What's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Twisted Life PNTV. I am Poetry. You are here for PNTV. It's Poetry's news and twisted views. Today we got a little bit of politics, got some RIPs, some TV news, and some other shit you just can't use. Who used to say that? I think it was Gary. Wasn't it Gary with the TD used to say that? Somebody used to say that. Got some news you just can't use. Anyway, that's what we got for you today. I'm on my way to work. We're going to start off with the channel news. All my recaps and reviews are on delay right now. As most of you know who watch my Travel and Talk, I am doing a very long application for another job. And I got to Monday, midnight, to get it in. It's very long, 27 pages. So I got to do that. And my only time to do it is once I get off work. Well, tomorrow, I'm supposed to be off work. I got a bag of trash on my back seat. Tomorrow, I was supposed to be off work, and I'm not. Yesterday afternoon, I got called and told me that I need to come in today, and I'm running a little bit behind. So, that's kind of putting everything back on delay. I was supposed to do American Soul that night. That didn't happen either. So, the way it's going to break down. American Soul, when I post that video, it's going to be episode 7 and 8 together. Greenleaf has been watched. Has Blood and Water been watched? The rest of them are going to start rolling out as soon as possible. That's all I can tell you on there right there. I'm not going to give y'all no date and time, but it's going to come. I appreciate if y'all still watch them. If y'all don't watch them, I understand that as well, just because of how long they're delayed. We haven't got any news or new dates on premiere dates for any of the shows that I'm reviewing on this channel. However, NBC did announce that This Is Us is in their fall lineup. So we're expecting This Is Us to probably come back around the same time it normally does. Black Lightning is still saying it's in the fall lineup for CW. So I'm expecting that to come back in October when it normally does. All the other shows, like I say, are pushed back to 2021. As far as I know, I haven't heard anything specifically on Queen Sugar as far as if they're going back to the filming. I haven't heard anything on Ready to Love. It said they finished casting. Real Housewives of Potomac starts to air on Bravo on August 2nd. So we'll have the Real Housewives of Potomac reviews and recaps coming out. Y'all know I do that show. That is my most ratchet TV show next to Ready to Love. And they are very mild ratchetity. I know that's not a word, but I just made it up. They're very low in that, so I can deal with that and I can tolerate that. And I don't get as angry at the people and individuals themselves watching them do stuff in their life that's just out of pocket. Thank you all to all who have voted on the channel for my oldie but goodie reviews. The voting can still go on, but it looks like this is going to be the final thing. Living Single. I will be reviewing Living Single on this channel, starting with season 1. If you want to watch Living Single with me, all the episodes are on Hulu. I am not binge watching it. I'm going to take it week by week. So we may have a long time with Living Single on this channel. I am going to review Good Times. Good Times is on the Stars Network. All 6 seasons. If you want to watch it with me, you can watch it with me. I'm still in the up of the air about Martin. If I do Martin, I may do it at the end of the year. Or I may rotate seasons the same way that these TV shows do. Do season 1 of all of them, then they come back, do season 2. It may fall down that way. It may all fall down that way. I'll see how I'm going to be. But yes, that's going to begin in August as well. And I'm going to do just like the networks. I'm not giving y'all a specific date. It's just going to happen when it happens. We still don't have a date on the last and final episode of The Walking Dead. We just know that shit's coming soon as well. So, on to our RIPs. Last week we discussed Naya Rivera drowning on a boating accident with her while she was with her son. I said I believed that it was a suicide. I still believe that, even though her body has been found. She appeared in the water in areas that they said they had already been searching, but there was a lot of tree and brush, which I said I thought she was caught on to something, or she anchored herself to something. But the reports are saying that there's no evidence of foul play, there's no evidence of a suicide, and it looks like she may have just saved her son, got him back onto the boat, and was not able to save herself. We're hearing reports that there's strong currents in this lake. Lake Peru is a very placid lake, but they're saying there's strong currents. It is a deep ass lake though. It's 130 feet deep. But we're gonna go with that. Her family, I guess, could now be lay her to rest, so they could be at rest in their spirits, and so now it's official. Rest in peace to Naya Rivera. Also had an RIP to a YouTube creator, Nicole, Thea. Y'all know when I watch YouTube and I watch some of these channels, I get connected with a lot of these people and families, like I know them for real. I have been watching Nicole Thea for maybe a year now. What is the hell on my eyebrow? Something moist. Maybe a year now. She's a dancer. She's a UK YouTuber. The girl is badass. She's not a Nigerian, but she lives in the UK. I'm not sure if she's born in the UK, but I know she's Nigerian. Oh no, she's from Ghana. I don't know. I apologize. I think she's Ghana. But she was living in the UK. Okay, so yeah, her YouTube channel, you can see her doing some behind the scene footage when they go to their different shows. She ended up being a backup dancer for Davido. You know, assurance, give my baby assurance, give my baby lifetime assurance. Yeah, that guy. He's Nigerian. He's a Nigerian-born Atlanta artist. He's born in Atlanta, but he's from Nigerian family. Yeah, she ended up being one of his backup dancers, her and her partner, Bogo. And they were expecting a baby. The baby was due next month. And on July 11th, she passed away with her unborn son. She was not in labor. She was not giving birth. She passed away. Her uncle was reporting that she had a massive heart attack. Now, I've seen in a few of her videos, I know we was doing, I was watching her milk bath video shoot, which was so cute. The girl is she was so full of life, so bubbly. And on that video, she was complaining about her back was hurting. Her uncle was saying that she complained about her back and her chest, having chest pains all the time. And they believe that it was a massive heart attack. Now, there has not been any autopsy done on her body as of right now, or as I'm reporting, to confirm that it was indeed a heart attack. I'm not sure if she went to the doctors to complain about the pain and was overlooked. You know how we as black women are always talking about how in the medical field, we are not taken seriously when we complain about issues and problems that we may have within our body. We are often ignored, like we don't know what the hell we're talking about. And they had a situation like this on Grey's Anatomy. If you remember when Miranda Bailey was talking about she was having chest pains and she's walking around taking Tums and she was having them run like a test. And they was like, ain't nothing wrong with you, ain't nothing wrong with you. And she ended up having a heart attack. I wonder if Nicole Thea had been going to the doctor about that. You know, saying I'm having these pains. You know, because they was ready for Lorraine. They was going to name the baby Rain. They was ready for Lorraine to come, you know. They was ready to meet their son. And when she passed away, the baby couldn't be saved either. Such a sad fucking story. If y'all watched the TV show Mythbusters back in the day, their old host, Grant Amara, he passed away age 49. Thea was 24, age 49, due to a brain aneurysm. I think he got off the show Mythbusters in 2014, and in 2016 he started doing this show called White Rabbit that was on Netflix. It only lasted about a year though, and I don't think he did anything after that I can recall. But he passed away as well. He would be sadly missed. Speaking of, I thought the ignoramus' presidential campaign was going to be RIP. But come to find out, that's all a damn lie. That fool is still going forward. He got his 5,000 campaign dollars. He probably invested himself, but he got his 5,000 campaign dollars, which will allow him to officially apply for the presidential bid. So he is moving forward. Now, he missed a couple deadlines, one being in Florida, one being in South Carolina, that would not allow him to be put on the ballot. And he's been going around collecting signatures from citizens to get him on the ballot, even though the deadline is passed in those states. But he's moving forward. Now, he has this, I'm going to call her a right-wing nut, Michelle Tidwell. She's a pastor from Wyoming that he wants to be his running mate. Now, Michelle has not responded back to Ignoramus about whether or not she would be his running mate. But his father-in-law, Caitlyn Jenner, says that she wants to put in her bid to be his running mate. He's going to be running as an independent. This will probably be the first year I will not vote as an independent. Probably be the first year. Ain't no probably. If he is the independent that's going to be on the ballot, I'm not voting for independent this year. I'm telling you right now. Basically, his platform is supposed to be a Republican-leaning, black supportive religious campaign. If I got that all right. A Republican-leaning, black supportive religious campaign. I'm appalled that people are going to actually vote for this fool. I am absolutely appalled that people are going to waste that's a wasted vote. Now, I have always said vote for who you want to. I have always said it. And I honestly believe that people actually voted for who they wanted to and not voted out of fear, that Bernie Sanders would have been voted in. Hell, if people actually voted for who they wanted to and not voted out of fear, Shirley Chisholm would have been voted in long time ago. But you cannot tell me that in your right fucking mind that this ignoramus should be president of anything. He probably shouldn't even be president of his own goddamn production company. I can't, y'all. I can't with him. My laptop is like rolled backwards, and I'm trying to. Let me get through this light because it's finna turn. Okay. So, speaking of other RIPs, Wild and Out may be out on TV altogether. Nick Cannon was fired by Viacom by making some anti-Semitic comments during his interview with Professor Griff, who was formerly a Public Enemy, who left Public Enemy because of his anti-Semitic rhetoric. Most times people use the jargon that Progressive Griff uses and that Nick Cannon agrees with. They are labeled hoteps. A lot of times I call it hoteps no teps, because sometimes what they're saying don't make no damn sense. However, y'all gonna be mad at me. I halfway agree with Nick Cannon and what he said. During his interview, I'm gonna summarize. He had made mention that he can't be, we as black people or Progressive Griff can't be anti-Semitic because they are the Semitics. It's a lot of doggone traffic coming. I'm trying to get out here because they are the Semitics. If you actually look up the definition of what a Semitic is, it does include African diaspora people. It does include us. There's a separate definition that leans towards Jewish people only, but if you look at both definitions, it does include us as well. So that part right there, I haven't done deep research about it, so I'm not gonna really speak to that. But what I'm gonna really speak to is what he said, and again, I'm summarizing because this ain't his exact words, that white people and Jewish people. I don't even think he said white people. He was saying white people and Jewish people and people with Illuminati or have speaking out of low self-esteem and fear and some shit like that. But he said that they are savage. They are the true savages, and they are the true ones who have been hateful. And that's really what he got fired for. Generalizing, and I know generalizations aren't fair all the time, but generalizing and using our history as the source and using present day events as the source, savage is an appropriate word. Hateful is an appropriate word to use to describe the general population of our white counterparts. Be mad at me if you want to. Nick Cannon said he's not going to apologize for saying that. He's not going to say he's sorry. He's tired of us teaching our black children to keep saying sorry for things that we have no control over. Their hate and their savagery, we have no control over. So I'm not going to apologize when I speak out against it. Now, however, he did say what he was wrong in was not speaking towards unity. He does believe that we all need to be a unified human race. We all need to respect each other and each other's cultures and things of that such. And for that, because he did not speak towards the unity, is what he apologizes for and what he was wrong for. Now I know that he is trying to buy the ownership or get ownership of his show Wild 'N Out, and I don't know how that's going. I've got to look deeply into that. I don't know how that's going, or if they laughing at it in his face, or what they doing. But if in fact that he does, or even if he doesn't, P. Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs, has offered him a home on Revolt TV. He can bring his show on over there. I don't even know where you watch Revolt. I be seeing Revolt on YouTube. I didn't even know that they had an actual channel. Oh, I do. I have an app called Revolt. I'm gonna have to start watching it, see what they got on her. That's what what's that boy's name? Joe Budden. Ain't that where his TV shows on Revolt too? I don't know. So, generally speaking, if I had to look at history and current day events, the choice of word use, I'm not going to disagree with it. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all. It is what it is. That's what it is to me. So, yeah. But speaking of savage, and because this was reported on TMZ, I'm going to report it in my PNTV. Megan Thee Stallion. First of all, she was receiving so much backlash for the past couple days for her hanging out with Kylie Jenner. Most people was mad because of what Kylie, the Jenners, or whatever they did to the Jordan girl. I don't care nothing about that shit there. So her and Tory Lanez was in that video. A couple days later, Megan Thee Stallion was shot. They were at some beach party, got shot in the foot. Well, she got shot and said that the target was indeed her, and that she was lucky to be alive. That's what she said. Okay, so reports came out now saying she was shot in the foot twice. And the rapper, what's he, a singer? The sing rapper, Tory Lanez, was arrested for gun possession, carrying a concealed weapon. Like, I know California has some concealed weapon laws that allow people to carry if you got a permit. But places like LA and LA County, they still real strict on that shit, right? And San Francisco, to be exact. So, he was arrested for having a concealed weapon in his vehicle. I saw the video that when they got pulled over. I don't understand why LAPD pull you over and they had you get out the vehicle and make you lay down on the street with their guns all pointed at you. They be down the street with the guns all pointed, but they after laying down the street. Fuck, I'm laying down the street for. Anywho, the police said they had got reports that a gun was fired in the air, which was what made them appear. I don't know what made them follow Tory Lanez's car or his SUV they follow them, take out Megan, her friend, and Tory. And that's when it was determined that Megan Thee Stallion was shot in the foot. Well, now reports are saying that her and Tory Lanez, they've been dating. They got into an argument in the car. Reports are saying that the argument was that she was trying to end a relationship with him, and her friend wanted to get out the vehicle, and he wouldn't let them out, and he shot him. That's what the reports are saying. That's on TMZ. I'm not going to say allegedly. I hate the word allegedly, y'all. Only person in this vehicle who could have told that would have been the friend that was riding in the car of what happened in the car, if these two ain't talking. Now, they're supposed to be witnesses to the shooting. I don't understand how there's witnesses to the shooting if it happened in the car. So it's already a conflict in the story right there for me. So, but the witnesses are not cooperating with the police. There's actually somebody who has video footage of the shooting itself, which conflicts what happened in the car, but they're not cooperating with the police. So the police has not retrieved this video. And it appears that the reason why Tory Lanez is not arrested for shooting Megan Thee Stallion is because everyone in the car is saying it's an accident. That's the speculation. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what's going on with Megan Thee Stallion. I guess being young, dumb, and stupid or shit. I don't know. Well, on the Real the other day, I don't know what's going on at the Real. What's really going on at the Real? Tamara Mowry has just quit the show as well. After 6 seasons of being on there, she was one of the highest paid hosts on the show. She's gone bye-bye. She posted on Instagram that she didn't want to talk about it in the light of what was going on with Naya Rivera, but she gonna have reports are starting to come out, so she want to go ahead and say something on it. She's gonna go ahead and leave. She gave a big shout out to all her sisters on the show with the other fellow co-hosts, saying how much she loved them and she appreciates them, and they have helped her become the person she wants to become, or that she is. I wonder if this has everything to do with the fact that her husband, Adam Housley, has been back in the news again for more racist commentary, which Tamara has time and time again tried to convince us as viewers that her husband isn't a racist. She argues about it on the show often. And this particular time, the fans and the viewers wasn't having it. They told her a new asshole. They told her a new asshole last month when it came down to her husband and the commentary that he makes. Now, he works for Fox, if I'm not mistaken. I might have the wrong network. I think it is Fox. And Adam has said some really foul shit. And I can't. It amazes me when people say he can't be racist. He married to a black woman. Well, fucking Massa was fucking black women, but they was still racist. Y'all can't be that green. Y'all can't be that naive. So that's my speculation on why she really quit the show. Because the View fans was no longer having it. They was turning her up. Fans, period, was turning her up. Asheville, North Carolina. I reported this on the community board the other day. They are the first in history to announce reparations for their black residents due to their role as a city in history, in slavery. Well, don't quit your jobs yet, Ashevilleans. Don't quit your jobs yet. You not getting 40 acres. You not getting no mule, and you ain't getting no check. This reparations is supposed to be the 7 people voted 7-0 that they are going to funnel money into the black communities that's so desperately needed as seen fit. That just basically tell me that what we've been saying as black people time and time again, that y'all have intentionally, as communities, as governments, intentionally kept money out of black communities. I read somewhere that the mayors, the nation's mayors, I had never heard of them. They are voting right now, or they got together as a collective and they pushed a bill through to the Democrats to try to get reparations nationwide. And I didn't look at it in detail, So I don't know if this is the same type of reparations where they're just going to funnel money now into the black neighborhoods that they should have been funneling in the first fucking place. You know? So, yeah, we was all excited that they was going to get reparations. Yeah, but now, basically they going to do what the fuck they should have been doing in the first place. That's all it is. You ain't getting no check, black people. Calm down. Calm down. Speaking of black, there was a protest happening in Kentucky. The Kentucky AG, Attorney General, on his front lawn. This is the 47th day into the protest for Breonna Taylor, for them to arrest her doggone people who took her life out. I gotta be careful with the words that I say on this channel sometimes. And so 87 protesters were arrested for protesting on his front lawn. Portia Williams of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Kenny Stills, the NFL player, I forgot to get the team that he was on, I apologize. They were among of the 87 people who were arrested. Now the AG has now increased their charges to felony charges. Now, you arrest the protesters for protesting, give them felony charges, but we ain't even got an indictment, a charge, or arrest, or even an investigation into the officers who killed Breonna Taylor. None of that. But you're going to arrest the protesters. Now, the neighbors in the neighborhood, they are saying that the protesters were peaceful. There was no reason for the cops to even be called. They were peacefully protesting. That's what his neighbors are saying. So as of right now, I believe Portia Williams and the others are being held without bail. I know she was being held without bail. Okay, you can't come on in front of me like that, sir. She was being held without bail. I don't have any good news, y'all. Oh, I do. Because I'm wrapping it up. My mom was at work. I'm about to wrap it up. Michelle Obama. Y'all know she has the docuseries Becoming on Netflix. No, I have not watched it. I don't like documentaries, y'all. I don't like to watch documentaries. So no, I haven't watched it. However, on July 29th, Michelle Obama is going to begin a podcast on Spotify. It's also called Becoming. It's going to be dealing with relationship and health issues. I know because y'all checked out the doggone docuseries and everybody and their mama been telling me to check it out, that y'all gonna listen. I have only listened to 2 podcasts in my life. One of them had sad scales in it, and I can't remember what the other one was about. I think I listened to it on accident. I'm not really into talk radio, and that's what podcasts remind me of. However, people keep telling me I need to start my own podcast, so maybe if I start my own podcast, I might really get into it. But yeah, Michelle Obama's Becoming, July 29th on Spotify. Check her out. That has been PNTV. I'm trying to remember what I didn't remember. Last week, I think I was going to mention that there was going to be a black bachelor, but I think the news is old now. Y'all should already know that. Or a couple weeks ago, I was going to mention that. I had the Bollywood actor's name from last week, and I forgot it again. I think I got it all covered, y'all. I got it all covered. Oh, Sunday. Tune in Sunday, y'all. 7 p.m. Kitchen Chat. We'll be back. We making black bean burgers and sweet potato fries. I cooked up a little something last night. I threw something together and it tasted awesome. So if you go into the community board, you can see my little concoction that I made last night. Right now, it's just called Beef and Pepper Skillet. I don't have no fancy smancy name for it, but I think I'm gonna create a cookbook, y'all. When I get some time to sit down, all these recipes that I have been making and altering, and the ones I've been coming up myself, I think I'm gonna finally put together me a little cookbook. It ain't gonna be no big ass book. It might be like a chat book type of thing, you know what I'm saying, like that. Maybe, I don't know, cause that stuff I made last night, that was fire. Oh, that was fire. So thank y'all for coming, thank y'all for watching, thank y'all for subscribing, thank y'all for always being here. Like the video, thumbs it up. If you don't like it, thumbs it down. I'll always love your comments. Leave your comments in the comment section. I comment as much as I can on the first day that it comes out. After the first day, y'all know that I may not get back to that video till yesteryear. You never know. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And tell your friends to subscribe too. I appreciate it. Peace.